Eric, I know one of your favorite subjects around ERP and the implementation operation of ERP is ROI, right? So let's talk about what are the ROI killers in ERP implementations and operations?
By far, the number one ROI killer is lack of planning. I call it phase zero. And there's far too many companies. You can go online and search for failed ERP implementations, and I can guarantee you most all of them fail because of lack of phase zero planning. They've gone into the assumption that the next iteration of the ERP, it was just like the last one, it was just a simple upgrade, and the next one is simply not, and it's much more complicated. So people today have to take months, sometimes even years, to do feature by feature mapping and understanding, customizations, integrations, cybersecurity risks, profiles, to put all of that together to make sure that they will be successful on time and on budget in their ERP implementations, because you'll find that people that don't do that either often fail or they go way over budget.
We're also seeing that there are some new cost categories associated with operating ERP systems. What are those, and what should they be watching out for in their expense lines?
I think so many people look at cost and ROI just on cost avoidance, but there's so many other categories that have to be considered when looking at ROI. That can be things like operational efficiency. It could be impact on labor. It could be reduction of human errors. It could be how are we affecting our compliances to governmental regulations. It can be what is the impact of it in our cybersecurity risk profile. All of those things have to be taken in consideration when calculating an overall ROI.
And as we see with the advent of some technologies, particularly around AI, large language models, that there's going to be consumption costs associated with this that at this point seem a bit unpredictable. What do you think?
For sure, especially in those cloud models, right? I think a lot of times vendors bring in what I call the move-in special, right? And they bring in the low cost of entry to go in there. And then over the years, the costs go up, the costs become unpredictable. They get you on utilization, they get you in network traffic going in and out of there, and it just gets completely out of control. And you've already gone down this path that you can't come back from. And people are really concerned about not having full transparency and visibility of what costs are going to be in those cloud models.
So as you're planning for what capabilities in the organization are you going to try to get the most productivity out by using some of these consumption-based cost technologies? It's going to be super important to focus and model out the cost and benefit of that, right? So that if I'm going to invest in this automation, I can be assured that as I grow that, it's still going to be cost effective for me.
Yes. Yeah.
To put my technology there and use it day in, day out.
There are a few things that we want to make sure that we're looking at. Number one, know all the options. Start with the business case and then figure out all the options to get to that business case and evaluate each one of those from an ROI perspective so that you're going in eyes wide open to what that is. The next advice I'd have is start small, POCs, get quick wins. Don't try to boil the ocean because then costs can get completely out of control. So if you start small with a single use case, measure the ROI and the effectiveness of that, and then you can have a little bit more of assurance that the next iteration of that will continue to have value.
And when you look at it from kind of a long-term planning ERP roadmap perspective, what are the alternatives there to keep your ROI in check and your costs in control?
The alternative is to know your alternatives. And I know that seems kind of simple, but to not just blindly follow some vendor's roadmap is forcing people to go down a particular path, but to know the alternatives that exists across the board so that you can make the best informed decision and have all the data that you need to make that decision. The next thing that I would say is start with business requirements. You know, when you put everything into one monolithic ERP provider, you get the innovation and functionality that they give you. You didn't ask for it. You may use it, you may not use it. Right? You just get what they think that you're going to give you. So then what you try to do is get what they give you and kind of shoehorn it into your organization to make the best use of it as you can. Where we like to talk about it at Rimini Street is flipping that. And we start with the business requirements, whether that's AI capabilities, analytics, better real-time decision-making, those types of things. And then agnostically going out and finding the right best fit solution that's going to give you those business outcomes at the right price, in the right speed that you need, that gives those business outcomes that you want in the most effective way.
Yeah, and as you manage these systems over time, you mentioned cost avoidance at the beginning as one component of it, but what are some of those big things that you could avoid cost on over the time that you run a system?
Well, to me, it's leavability. That's what I call leavability. You want to make sure that if you invest in a particular software, you plan for the exit of that software from the very beginning so that you can have the ability to take that out if the costs get out of control or if for some reason that solution isn't working out for you, and you can replace it. Where people are concerned with those costs is in these locked-in models when it comes to the software as a service models that the vendors are trying to force their customers to go into. That's a one-way path that you can't come back from. And if you did want to change that and come back from it, you're re-implementing on something else all over again.
This is a really exciting time for enterprise software. And I would hate to see somebody not have the options open to them that we don't even know are going to hit the market in the next 2 to 3 years just because they've signed an agreement that has locked them into a subscription and the right to use their software for some time into the future.
Well, things happen too fast.
They are.
And these monolithic providers aren't going fast enough. And as new things start coming up, you need the ability, flexibility, and the agility to be able to leverage the technologies as fast as the industry is taking it, which is many times much faster than the speed of those big vendors.
I like it. So any roadmap planning, it's business prioritized, it's business justified, and it's ROI positive.
100%.
I love it. Thanks.